Not a gamer, but still like to have fun with games? There are other options. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, and welcome to Fun to Know with Carol. I'm Carol Chenot, and I'm here every week to help you connect with your curiosity. Well, the topic for today is games, online games specifically, board games specifically, online board games put together. And I wanted to share this video simply because it's something that has become more attractive to me in the last few months. Partly because it allows me some connection with my youngest son, who lives about 900 miles away. And we get together every Sunday night and play board games online. Now you might be thinking, well, I'm not much of an online person. I'm going to show you the two sites that we have used, and they're both extremely easy. They range all the way from doing card game types of things to more traditional board games. These are the hard copy versions that have been given to us because we enjoyed playing them so much online that our son gave us the hard copy for Christmas. So that's what this is, a great game, a national parks game that can be played with 2 or more players. This is another one that falls into that same category, as we enjoyed it so much online that we decided to get the hard copy version. Now, let me tell you what some of the advantages are to playing online. Online board games are very different from online poker, let's say. Although card games online are a lot of fun too. I have a friend who connects with her family by playing online card games, but this is specifically about board games. First of all, you don't have to be in the same room, obviously, and so playing with someone who's in a remote location is not a problem. The way we set it up is I just call on my cell phone and put it on speaker, and that's how we chat. I have my phone set up beside my computer, and that's how we chat back and forth and talk during the game. And usually the talk goes something like, "Oh, darn, why did I make that move?" As well as, "How's your week going? What do you have planned for next week?" You know, that kind of thing. So that's a main advantage to playing online board games. You get to connect with the person that you're playing with. Another real advantage is that with the online games, you don't have to score them yourself. So for instance, with a game like Azul, the scoring doesn't have to be all that tricky, but sometimes it is. And the nice thing about playing online is that it gets scored automatically, and you can keep running tabs of how your score is going. So let's take a look at what the two sites that we use look like: Tabletopia and Board Game Arena. This online game site will require you to establish a profile. It's a free site. Once you have your profile set up, every time you log in to tabletopia.com, you'll get this screen. Now, most of what I see here isn't interesting, so I may want to just click on all games, and it will show me everything that's available. 2,136 games. So this is just a variety of games they have as options. So let's say you find a game that you want to try. For instance, Quacks of Quedlinburg. This is a really fun game. You probably want the English version, not the German version, but this screen will show us what we want to see. Hot seat simply means that you're playing by yourself against an invisible opponent, or you can play online. The nice thing is there's always how to play, at least one, how to play video, a tutorial of some sort. Usually they're flipping you over to YouTube, and once you're on YouTube, you may find other how to plays. And what they do in the how to plays very often is go through the rules very quickly, but then you can also find some that actually play along with you. So you see people making their moves, and they will then explain why they did certain things. We've got different languages for this particular one, and then also a review of the game, which is also fun to see. Let's take a look at that game Parks, which is the hard copy that I showed you earlier. Here it is, and you can see that it's a board game that has artwork from 59 of the national parks. It's really quite an impressive game. And again, you've got a little explanation about the game. You can play online or solo, and then you've got to learn to play down here, as well as lots of comments in the comments section. So let's take a look now at Board Game Arena. That's the other site that we use. With Board Game Arena, when you sign on, a chat window is going to come up. We never use the chat window. And some news of these are newer games and comments that are out there. To get an idea of what games are available, go to the games selection across the top, and you've got all kinds here. These are ones that we've already played. Abandon All Artichokes, that was a fun game. And then based on what you play, they will suggest other games. So I'm going to choose Azul just so you can see what I meant by the scoring aspect of it. Again, for this game, you've got instructions, you've got a tutorial here, a video explanation. You can download the rule book if you want. It's not that complicated. It's not a book. But then it shows you exactly what it's going to look like. With the hard copy game, this is what your board would look like. And then it shows any games that you have played and what the leaderboard is for other people who play this game. So we're going to choose play this game now, and I'm going to be playing against someone named Lucky. And Lucky is just a second screen that I brought on just so that I could play back and forth by myself when I'm not playing with my son and work on two strategies at one time. So I just click on Play Now. So once you choose to play the game, we're playing in real time, and we're looking at some table configurations here. You've got some drop-down menus that you can choose. Don't need to edit anything around here, except that there are all kinds of other people if you want to play with strangers, which is not really my thing, but if you want to play with other people, there are people online that you could play with. In my case, I'm playing a hot seat game, which is the person that I've named Lucky, okay, and it's really me, okay? And then we choose Start Game. So the game gets set up, and I'm not going to run through the whole game. I'm just going to skip directly to the end so that you can see how the scoring works. It looks like it's my final move of the game. I haven't been all that strategic, and so it's not going to be all that great, but I want you to see how quick and easy the scoring is, where the board game is actually doing the scoring for you. And if you check out up here, you can see the scores changing. Oh, Lucky's way ahead, but now I'm pulling through. It's always kind of like a slot machine to see who's actually going to win. It's the end of the game, and Lucky has won. So that's just a quick intro into two options for getting started with online board games, especially if you want to connect with someone. It's a lot of fun to just reserve an hour during your week and connect with someone over something fun. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me. Have a great week ahead, and we'll see you in the next video.